morning and welcome back to Planet Property. I thought I'd do a little day in my life today because I've actually got a really fun day. So it's just gone 6 and I'm off to the gym. I've got my little barbell pad because I'm unashamedly one of those girls. As you can see, the sun is looking glorious this morning. I'm living for these lighter days. I mean, the clocks go back this weekend, which means that for a few weeks it'll actually be dark at this time again, I think, but it means we'll get lighter evenings, which anyway, yes, I've got quite a nice day today. So I'm working at home this morning, just working through a few bits. Then this afternoon I've got a pre-app on site, middle of nowhere, rural Kent. So even though geographically it's only about like 30 miles away, if that. It's going to take me an hour and a half to get there. I've got to go all the way up to London, around the M25, back down again. But anyway, it'll be nice. I like getting out in the car on site. So to be honest, that's going to take most of the afternoon because we're meeting the team there before the pre-app. So we've got pre-meet just to sort of run through, and then we've got the pre-app with the council, the heritage officer. I think that's it from their side. And then this evening I'm hoping to go to the box and go boxing because I haven't been in a little while. And I'm going home tomorrow for 4 days to my mum's house, so I need to pack at some point. And it's my birthday this weekend and it's Tom's first exam today, so I was going to try and make a cake, mainly because we've got cream in the fridge and he's easing up. But yes, it's Tom's first exam today, and if you saw my last video you'll see that he actually broke his elbow at the weekend, so I need to give him a lift up to his exam this morning as well because he can't drive while he's in a sling. So it's a bit of a here, there and everywhere day, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna get loads done and I am so excited for this weather, so let's go. Back from the gym, out of the shower. Yeah, so I've got about an hour before I need to take Tom to his exam. So I'm just going to work through I've got a couple of emails, a couple of admin-y tasks like filing and stuff. And then my big goal for today and tomorrow is to write up a planning statement for a site that I'm working on where it's vacant land at the moment and it's building 2 like a pair of semi-detached houses. So I did all my sort of like prelim stuff there yesterday. So I think what I might try and do in the next hour, it's probably a bit ambitious, is sort of like set out the structure, work out what it is I need to assess. Like, so we start with site description, planning history, context and everything else. And then look at the relevant policies. I won't be able to do all that in an hour, but what are the main key issues? So design, amenity, highways, etc. So just sort of like set out those bullet points, and then when I get back from dropping him I can start working on filling that through before I have to leave for my site meeting later. But I'm just gonna let my hair dry and we're just gonna crack on. Got my massive bowl of porridge, and I always find I'm so hungry after training legs. So yeah, let's just get going. So I dropped Tom a couple of hours ago, just been working through that planning statement I was saying. I've been setting out the structure of it, and it needs sort of filling a bit. It's so sunny out, it's really beautiful. But it does make the lighting at my desk first thing in the morning a little bit odd. Yeah, I've got like an hour until I need to leave, or sort of maybe 45-50 minutes. I need to eat. I need to properly get ready. I need to have a quick look over my stuff for before I get there. I think I might call it a day on this planning state. Well, for now, till I get home later. Yeah, might go eat, have a look over my stuff, and yeah, I'm so tired today. I don't know why. I slept really well last night, but I'm very, very tired. Maybe the gym fatigue is now setting in, so I think I'll go have a coffee with my food as well. And yes, then we'll get ready and we'll go out. Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. I'm just really looking forward to having a nice sort of day out in the car, to be honest. So yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, so I'm just getting ready to go for my site visit. It is the most beautiful day. It's just, I think I've said that about 3 times already in this. Just popping a little bit of makeup on because I'm meeting the client and the council on site, so I need to present. But if I'm just going to site myself, not meeting anyone, I'm just going to have a look around the site or whatever. I just wear whatever I want, like, you know, leggings or jeans or whatever is comfortable. So obviously I'm not meeting anyone, so it doesn't really matter. Especially if I have to travel far for it, you obviously want to be comfortable if you sat in the car or on the train for a long time. But I find site visits where I'm meeting clients, or even worse, like today, the council, so the people that we are sort of trying to win over to the scheme, I find that really stressful, just in terms of like what to wear. It's like the site pre-apps and site meetings with the council are so informative, because you know, you really do have to go to a site to get the measure of it. There's so much that you miss from a desktop appraisal, so site visits are invaluable in that sense, but I just find it so stressful knowing what to wear. And I feel like this is an issue that if I was a man I wouldn't be having. So I can guarantee, so I'm meeting my manager on site, I can guarantee you he will be wearing, and this is what I would be wearing if I was a man, he'll be wearing some chinos with a shirt, depending on the formality of the occasion. Will depend on the formality of the shirt. Maybe a jumper, one of those sort of quarter zip jumpers maybe, or if it is super formal, maybe a proper sort of jumper, but he wouldn't wear a suit, with some like smartish, shoeish boot kind of things. Easy. Not that easy for a woman. Oh. Skirts are a no-no on site visits, for obvious reasons. Although when I worked at the council I used to have to go on site all the time. I would go a couple of days a week because I had a huge caseload and I had to go and see every single site. Whereas now I don't necessarily go to site for every single project I work on. If I did, I would just never be at home and never have time to write up all of these projects. So
yeah, when I was working at the council and I used to go on site all the time, what I wore sort of like depended, I would just wear office clothes, but I only ever worked in sort of central London council, so there was never really anywhere too contentious. It was mostly just going to buildings and existing dwellings or whatever. Very occasionally you might go somewhere a little bit more rough terrain or something, but you would know in advance that you plan accordingly. But there was one time I was had a site meeting when I was working at the council, and it was such a hot day. It was about 34 degrees or something, height of London summer, and I was wearing a dress and sandals, and I thought I was just going to look around this office space, so you know that would be absolutely fine. Got there, it was an abandoned office and the floor was full of broken glass, and the sort of, of course I was the only woman there, and the surveyors who I was meeting on site looked at me and went, huh, we might have some steel toe cap boots in your size. And I was like, no one told me that this was the condition of the property. So I had to wear, because I've got quite big feet, they did have some boots in my size. So I had to wear the steel toe cap boots with my sundress, but obviously that's preferable to stepping on glass. But yes, no, I digress. But nowadays my site visits tend to be, I mean, sometimes I do go to an existing building, but a lot of the time I'm just going to some land, which is what I'm doing today. So let me show you what I'm wearing actually. So I find these khaki trousers are the best for site visits because they're super comfy. They've got pockets, so like sitting in the car all day is fine. Super stretchy. They're quite old and they were actually relatively cheap. They're only from New Look about 8 years ago and they've lasted so long. So if I get like snagged on a bramble or something, it doesn't really matter, but they can look quite smart depending on what you wear on the top half. So today I've got this sleeveless turtleneck because it's so beautiful out, and then I'm just going to wear my trench coat, I think. But I don't know what to wear on my feet. Obviously not my slippers. So the site is like open grassland area. So if I was going on my own, I'd just wear my trainers, but I don't really want to wear my trainers to meet the council and the clients. I'm hoping, I think I might wear a pair of loafers because it's not rained for a little while, so the grass won't be muddy or anything. Hopefully they'll stand up to it. Maybe I'll drive in my trainers and kind of assess the situation when I get there. I think I'm bigging it up more than it needs to be, but like I say, I feel like the men don't have to think about this kind of thing. They just put on their boots or smartest shoes and off you go. I mean, I suppose I could wear boots, but yeah. You know, my smart boots that I would wear for work have all got heels, and obviously I don't want to be wearing heels if I'm going to a grassed area. My flat boots are like stomping around in the countryside kind of boots, and I don't want to wear that for a client meeting. So it's so stressful, honestly. Being a woman in property, eh? So just in the car, obviously. I don't actually take my own car on site unless I'm going somewhere super, super local. My manager actually said this to me yesterday when he said, oh, I'll see you at the site tomorrow. Looking forward to finally seeing your 20-year-old Yaris. And I was like, Mark, I don't drive my own car to site. I use Car Club because A, I'm not putting miles on my own car. B, it's far easier to claim expenses this way. And C, Tom and I share a car, so actually a lot of the time he needs the car to go to work or whatever else. So yeah, I find it so easy just to use the Car Club car. And what's an absolute dream about this one that's right next to my house is it's actually the newer Yaris, so it's pretty much the same car as mine, just like newer and better and everything. But I thought I'd talk you through what I take on site with me when I go out. So just show you. So I've just got my trench coat, and then I've got a little bag here. So I've got the site plans. Obviously I'm not going to show you that. Depends what kind of meeting it is. Sometimes I'll just take plans. This time I'm taking the technical surveys, and I've got a pen,
to sort of make some notes and stuff. I've got my water bottle, I've got my phone charger so I can charge my phone in the car, got my little makeup bag, money, my work phone and my personal phone, and then I did throw in my trainers down there. So yeah, nothing especially exciting, just the main thing is make sure you've got any documents that you need for the visit. So yeah, I've got the technical surveys for this one, just in case we need a paper copy of them. Right, where am I going? I swear I see is like a massive pile up on the M25 and it's going to take me about 3 hours to get there. Yeah, it's 36 miles away and it takes an hour and 25 minutes to drive. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, so annoying. Last time I used this car, there was a little phone holder so that I could put my phone up for the sat nav, and there isn't one here now. I mean, I know where I'm going up to the M25, but that's a problem. M25. Oh, do you know what? We'll work it out. We'll get there. I've left plenty of time, so that's what matters. And worst case scenario, I ring Mark and say, I don't know where I am, can you direct me? But it should be fine. I think I can get a sat nav on here anyway. All right. Obviously I can't show you my site visit and meeting, but if I can, I'll check in at the other end. If not, I will see you after. So, update. It is 25 past 4, sorry. I'm in Tesco car park in Maidstone because I was bursting for the loo after my meeting. And this is the glamorous reality of site visit days, and I'm probably going to be home too late to go boxing tonight. And I'm going to be hitting the M25 at pretty much 5 o'clock, so rush hour. Wonderful. So I've got my dinner and some milk, which I just picked up in Tesco. And yeah, I'm just gonna go home and celebrate Tom's first exam with the pizza, pack for tomorrow to go up to my mum's house, and then make this birthday cake as well, actually. Oh god, I forgot I've got to do that. Yeah. Meeting was okay. I knew the case officer wasn't a fan of the scheme before we went in, but she kind of basically just turned up on site and was like, nope, hate it, not happening, regardless of what we were trying to argue about the scheme. And then to make matters worse, a local resident turned up while we were discussing with the case officer, and she was like, oh, you're not trying to put that scheme in again, are you? Because we've had it refused previously. Yeah, so that was fun, but went well. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because I just want to get on the road and get home. Oh, so back home now. It is 7:15. Didn't make it home in time to go boxing, but that's fine. Had my pizza, made my cake. I'm just putting my rollers in because I'm going into the office tomorrow, so I put my rollers in for an hour or so the night before, and then sleep with my hair in a bun, and then it's all curly for the next day. I need to pack. I'm so tired. I'm really, really tired. It took about 2 hours to get home, so I got home about 6. Yeah, I'm not doing any more work tonight. Although I forgot to put my out of office on before I went out, which I wouldn't necessarily have to do, but you know, like something like that just means that, especially because now I'm not going to work this evening, I should have done it, because it means that people know why I'm not going to respond today. But I might send an email or two, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just really tired. And I've got no idea what I'm going to pack. So I'm going to sign off here before I start putting my rollers in and I look completely ridiculous. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing the not so glamorous reality sometimes and having a little bit of an insight into what happens on a day of site visits. I will see you next time. Bye.